What would you say to a woman as far as just leaning in and to ride the waves of, yes, there's going to be this season and that season, but to keep that wonder and to keep that freshness of what it felt like when we first said yes?
Yeah, I think a big key in that is to not get too sucked into the narrative that we can often hear from the world or even from social media that our feelings are our reality. And feelings aren't a litmus test of reality. Feelings aren't the instrument through which they're great, and they can be great, and they can be a huge blessing. But our lives and our seasons can't be. Our feelings don't get to be the captain of that. And that's why prayer and fasting and the disciplines of devotion and Bible reading are really important. I think about a scripture I've come back to often in the past couple of years is 2 Kings 3, I think it is, where basically these kings go out to battle. They're running out of. They've been out for longer than they anticipated. The armies are running out of water, so they call for a prophet to come. And the prophet says, bring me a musician. Musician comes, and then the Lord speaks, and he says, make this valley full of ditches. And so they dig these ditches. They spent all night filling this valley with ditches, and in the morning the Lord had filled the pools with water. So not only did they have provision to go forward, but the enemy came, and to the enemy it looked like blood. They thought there'd been a slaughter, so the enemy turned around and fled. And I think for me as a songwriter, that applies to songwriting, but most importantly for me as a follower of Jesus, like digging ditches, sometimes the disciplines of devotion can feel like digging ditches, but God can't fill what we haven't dug. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when we're digging those ditches, it makes a way for the miraculous. It makes a way for that freshness. It makes a way for the wonder to be refilled. But even if we're not feeling that in certain seasons, it doesn't necessarily mean we're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean that that we're not walking in the will of God. It's a reality of being human and living in bodies and having physiologies and hormones and feelings. Not that we discount those things, but that we're not letting them be Lord.